Hi guys, this is Kelly Martin, and today we're going to talk about some reasons why an author may not finish a series. First of all, hello! It's been a forever and a day since I've talked to you. I didn't have any videos out in November, and then I was going to make another video in December, and I was very excited about it, and then I got the flu. Which is not fun, and my kids had the flu, and I had the flu, and then Christmas came, and then I was like, I'm just going to wait till January, but then I decided, no, I have something I want to talk about, so this is where this video came from. I also put a poll on my Instagram about what video you would like to see, and you voted for my 2020 goals, and that will be up very soon. Okay, so we need some backstory on this video. A few months ago, I don't remember when it was, either June, might have been May, June, or July, somewhere in there, one of my very awesome, wonderful friends, reader, proofreader, just a lovely, wonderful person. Her name's Rachel. And she suggested that I read the Shades of London series. This is the first one. This is To Name a Star, or The Name of the Star. And it's by Maureen Johnson. And she told me to pick it up because she really liked it. And she thought I would like it because I liked, I was stalking Jack the Ripper. I love that series. And she said it's not exactly like it, but I think you'll like it. And she was not wrong. So I went to a book outlet and I found all 3 books in the series. It's The Name of the Star is book 1, and The Madness Underneath is book 2, and The Shadow Cabinet is book 3, and it's a 3-book series. So I got all 3 books. I was very excited about it. I just finished The Shadow Cabinet last night. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. I'm going to try to find any more Maureen Johnson books I can find because they're really good. The point of this video, if you've read this series, and you should, don't let this video tell you not to read it. You should definitely read it. It's about a girl who lives in Louisiana, and for some reason I can't actually remember right now because it's in the first book, and I didn't read it like bam. I read other books in between it. She went to a boarding school or a school in London. And then something happened, and then she could see ghosts, and then Jack the Ripper started going after people, supposedly, and then there was this big mystery ghost thing, and there was a secret organization, you know, awesome stuff. You should read it. Definitely read it. So, I thought it's a 3-book series, and it is a 3-book series. It is a 3-book series, and if you've read this series, you know what I'm going to talk about. So I was reading this book last night, The Shadow Cabinet, which is book 3. And I was like about 50 pages from the end, and I thought, there's no way this book's going to end in 50 pages and tie up all these loose ends. And it kind of ends, but you can tell that there's a setup for book 4. So I went to Goodreads, and I looked for book 4. And apparently, at one time, there was supposed to be a book 4. But for some reason, there is no longer a book 4. So this is right now the last book in the series, which is fine. I would like to read more. It didn't end on like a cliffhanger, like it kind of did, but it didn't. I'm okay with the ending. If there's never another book in the world, in this universe, I would be okay with it. I loved it. I loved the whole series. And maybe because I can kind of understand why there might not be a book 4 or why a series might not continue. Because I'm dealing with that in my own writing life. I don't know how you are, but it's very difficult. I don't know how I'm going to say this. There's a reader perspective and there's a writer perspective, of course. The reader perspective is, hey, I read this book. I spent all this time reading this book, and this is how it's going to end. And the writer perspective is, or the publisher perspective is, we put this book out, we either didn't make our money back, or there's not enough interest anymore, or we lost money, or there's not enough interest, or whatever, to make us put out another book in the series. Basically, it didn't sell well enough to make the series profitable, and it didn't make it where it needed to continue. Even though the readers might want to, the very few readers might want it to, ultimately it's not going to, because it didn't make the money back. And as much as we all know that writing's art and a craft, everything's about money, I guess. And if you don't, then you don't. If not enough people read it, a lot of times you don't get the next book. Now, I don't know what happened in this series. I didn't look it up before I made this video. If you know what happened or why there's not a 4th book out yet. This one came out, I don't know when. I could look. 2015. So that's 4 years, almost 5 years. I don't know if another book's coming out. I know she's starting on another series. I don't know why the 4th book's not come out. I doubt there will be a 4th book now. I don't know. I'm not Maureen Johnson, sadly. But, so, either the reasons that a series doesn't continue are, like I said, money. Maybe the publisher closed. Maybe the author just got tired of the world. Different things. Maybe nobody cared. Maybe you only sold 20 books and nobody really cares if it keeps going. Which is where I am right now. This year in 2019, I put out 2 books. Trinity Row, which is a standalone, and Never Kiss the Dead. Now, Never Kiss the Dead is here, I actually have it right here. Here it is, Never Kiss the Dead. It is book 1 of a projected 5-book series. And I don't like talking about stuff like this, but I guess I will. I'm not going to say it bombed, but I ain't going to say it did well. And I independently published this one. That one's from a publisher, but this one I put out. So it can be a number of reasons why a book flops. It could be the cover, which I do not blame. I love the cover, but I don't know if anybody else loves it. I love Laura, who made the cover. It could be the words inside. It could be that it's short. It could be that it's horror. It could be that it's angels and demons. It could be that people don't want to read it. It could be so many reasons why this book didn't sell as well as my other books. It could be the time it released. It could be me. It could be that I didn't market it right. It could be so many things. I blame myself. I really do. But the dilemma comes, especially when you put a book out yourself. Like I said, it's supposed to be a 5-book series. And the second book, Never Trust a Demon, is supposed to come out next year, but it's not written yet. The reason it's not written yet is I don't know if it's going to get written. So this is kind of my dilemma in the whole, what am I going to do about this thing? So, option 1 is to pull it from Amazon, because it's only on Amazon, and just pretend it never happened. But then, people actually did read it, and they left reviews, and they liked it, and my mama liked it, and she was mad at me because of how it ended, and she was like, I need book 2 now, and I'm like, well, Mama, it's not written yet. She was not happy. So, big pro of continuing the series is my mama wants it. The covers are already paid for. I've already got the editing, my editor all, squared away and everything. So, that's no big deal. I think it's more of the time, and if my poor heart can handle it just totally bombing. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that, and then another part of me is like, it doesn't matter if it's 1 reader, 20 readers, or 200 million readers. Somebody spent their money and their time reading this book. And it would not be fair for me not to finish it. Not to finish the story. So part of me is like, okay, the first part is just pull it totally. My second thought is to pull the file, not pull the file, but finish the file, write another 50,000 words in this book, finish it up, and reload the file so everybody would have the ending. My third thought is to make it a duology, finish book 2, put it out there, and then go on with my life. My fourth option is to finish the series, finish all 5 books in the series that I have planned, try my best to get a book bub, and work out that way. See if that gets anything back. That's a lot of time. But if only one person likes the series, I guess, I mean, it would be worth it for the one person. You see my dilemma, and the last option is to not do anything. Let it sit on Amazon. Let it just do whatever, and wait to see if anybody asks for book 2. And if they don't, just kind of go along silently and don't mention it. But now I've made this video, so I've mentioned it. I don't know what to do. I'm considering 1, 2, and 3 are my big options. 1 is to finish it up. Well, not pull the file. No, 2, 3, and 4, I guess, are my big things that I'm considering. Finish it up in the file and put it on Amazon, or make it a duology, or finish the whole series. I don't know. What would you do? What would you do? I need help. Tell me in the comments what you would do. I've seen authors, they're like, this book didn't make enough money. I can't afford, it's a business, I can't afford to put money into it for the whole series to continue. I've seen authors that are like, no, if I start a story, I'm going to end the story. I've seen authors or seen series that just end. So I don't know. And I'm in like kind of a rotten slump right now because of it, because I'm not real sure what to do. And I thought talking it out would help, and it kind of did help. I don't know. I love this series, and I love Mercy and Ramsey and Sumner. This is probably a very boring video for you. So, anyway. Okay, let's do this in the comments a few ways. If you're a writer, have you ever stopped a series? Have you ever not continued writing a series? If you have, why? If you're a reader, if you read a book by an author and the author never finished that series, would you pick up another book from that author? Because I love these books. I don't care that it didn't end a great way, that it was setting up for book 4. I love this series, and I will pick up another Maureen Johnson book. I need to know what you would do. Okay, I've rambled long enough. Anyway, I'm glad to be back on YouTube. I should say that. I'm going to have a 2020 goals video very soon, and one of my goals is to answer this question for myself. Am I going to put content, finish the story in the back of the file? Am I going to make a book 2 duology? Or am I going to start a 5-book series? Or continue in the 5-book series? I don't know what to do. That's the 3 options, though. Letting it sit down on Amazon is not an option. Because that's not fair to the people that's read it. Especially, you know, my mama. If this video was anything that you liked, please like it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. Really nice to be back in front of the camera. I didn't know how it would be. It was another one of those things that I was like, oh, I don't know. But it's really nice to be back, and I have liked talking, and I hope we can have some really amazing comments and dialogue in the comments, so you can kind of help me out here. Okay, those are the 3 options. The only 3 options we're going to do. Finish up the file. Finish up the story in the file. And, of course, it'll be a shorter story. And re-upload it to Amazon. Make it a duology, or do the 5-book series. Those are your 3 options. What do you think I should do? Tell me in the comments. I need to know. And make sure you pick up the series. It's awesome. Thank you, Rachel, for suggesting it. And I will see you in the next video. It's Monday or sometime. We might start the next videos. Yeah. Indecisive. Maybe my word of 2020 should be decision. Make a decision. Bye.